Hi all, it's Piotr. Let's have a quick look at X-Men Hellfire Gala OJC. I choose this cover. Here is what it contains. Quite a lot of issues, for sure. The most important, of course, Planet Size X-Men #1. But in between, it was all building into very interesting point for X-Men, mutants at all. Let's take a look under the dust jacket. Invitation to Hellfire Gala. About creators. You can see those green the same that are on the main cover. We have it here and on the back. It was one of those albums. It was one of those albums that I really waited. I did not read separate issues, individual issues, except of Planet Size. That is very, very important. But when I read it as a whole picture, it's not just about creation of new planet for the mutants or new first time in Hickman era new X-Men team, because until now there were no X-Men, as it turned out. But it was all about checking the rules of this place of theirs, how they live on Krakoa, their decision how to create more babies. So you remember Stacy X? You have Stacy X. This was the last person I would think that it will discover more about how to make those new babies and what next. So it's layer after layer. You will find that this album is not about this big celebration of new planet, but it's all about politics, and there are some dead bodies here. Not one of Wanda Maximoff, as you all know, but there are other ones. So it was very, very interesting to read this. The reactions, the conversation between Captain America and Doctor Doom. Girls, there is a prophecy about them in this omnibus, in this album, about their futures. If I'm correct, or later, but somewhere around this time, there's information very important about them. We have Blast from the past, how the Hellfire Gala lived in the past. Very interesting. See that? The breach in security. Beast. I really hate Beast. Whatever he's planning, he's not doing it for the better of mutant kind, for sure. I really hope that we'll have his trial for whatever he's doing. All this manipulation of one of the nations is blowing up on this gala. but the show is still by beautiful. This is beautiful art, Psylocke, Fanon, but it's beautiful for me at least. Hellions steals the show when there come a time for confrontation. I will show you later. We have love triangles. Oh, here you have what I was talking about. It's fun, it's amazing, it's fresh. Take a look at this. Judgment Day. The confrontation scenes there. I love it. I really enjoy this stuff. So it was all building all the issues that were before and after. The coming back of one of Sinister's, Richter. And the coming of his lover. It's another interesting to read. The death of Peter to release Morgana. So it's just not about this big reveal, but cool conversation with Namor. It's all in this album. Art is superb. A new X-Men team, the first in Krakoa era. I always liked Sunfire. Visitors from real world. So you will check them who they are. And here it begins the creation of Mars for Arakko. Using all the power of mutants. Apocalypse and his wife statues. This was interesting to see that Jean Grey using the brother of Betsy. They made him born Second Sword Station. And so it begins, and then we have one stuff. We have X-Corp. The business stuff is fun. We have twins coming. Board of directors. Mastermind. The kids have good point to read about them, how they lose someone. Yes, Vicky here. The love. So it will be very interesting. See what happens next. For sure Beast will play his games, but sooner or later they will bite him. Of course, Sword. Beast and his ex-lover and Storm. Then we come to the final with the death of, so in the next issues, the death of Scarlet Witch, but in between we have Nightcrawler. Stacy is something I never suspected to like to read about her again after Morrison. Morrison did good stuff, but this is something you need to read to enjoy it, to see how creating more babies is taking turn here. Then we have the finding of the body. So this was the last chapter, but in between you have everything: politics, creating new team, the death not only of one but more, the shocking value of death of Scarlet Witch was the main point, but there were other dead people, kids, the checking of how the law of Krakow of giving more babies is taking. As you can see, at the end have a lot of bonus stuff. I really like the Storm, how she looks. So this album is very complex with all layers. So it's not about creating the planet for Arakko, taking over Mars. So I was expecting less and I got more. So for me, as a fan of X-Men, it's great to read about this. It's fresh, it's interesting, it's different points of view of this big party. I hope you will enjoy it as much as I did.